friends. In this class I will show you one numerical problem, that is a series of numbers of which all the terms of similar kinds, but the numbers are in increasing order. Your task is to find the value of that number. Okay, the value is represented by n, which is equal to, starting with 3 square plus 1, 3 square minus 1, plus the next term is 5 square plus 1, 5 square minus 1, like that it will extended up to 99 square plus 1, 99 square minus 1. So your task is to find the sum of this, where you have to find the integer function. When n is a integer function, you have to find the greatest integer function for this value of n. Okay, so greatest integer function of any number, this number is generally represented by a represented a decimal number. Let's say, for example, if 5.1 being described with under the third bracket, and you have to calculate, you have to find the greatest integer number. So 5.2, the greatest integer number would be equal to 5. That means what could be the nearest possible integer of this number? So it has to be rounded off to the nearest integer. So 5.1, if I say, so it is the nearest integer is 5, and in case if it is 5.7, let's say, so your nearest integer would be 6. So in this case, whatever be the answer you will find, you have to find the greatest integer function. So first part I have explained what is greatest integer function. Now the second part is you have to calculate the value of it. So let me start with the first term. The first term, it is coming 10 upon 8. Second term, it is coming 26 upon 24. And similarly, I am not going to calculate because this will be a big calculation. I am avoiding that. Without doing that, let me see whether I can solve this problem or not. Now this I am dividing in two parts, 8 plus 2 by 8. This similarly 24 plus 2 by 24, like that up to the last term. Now this will give 1 plus 2 by 8. This is by keeping with the bracket, 1 plus 2 by 24, and so on up to the last term. So if I take all this one, how many terms you are getting here? To find it, let's say this is your last term, this is your first term, and the difference between this is one kind of AP series. I have explained one of my video what is AP series. Now you see, this is a AP series where the difference between the consecutive terms is 2, and it is reaching up to finite term. So if I say 19 is the last term of that series, now first term is 3, and let's say the number of terms is n minus 1 into d is your 2. From here, if I calculate n, we will find 49. Okay, so this is your 49. How that 49 will help? Let me show you. Because number of 1 you have to find, so this, how many brackets you will find? 49. So here the first term is 49 into 1, which is a integer number, and the second part all are coming fraction, so it will definitely come in decimal. So if I separate it, so I will find 2 by 8 plus 2 by 24, like that, plus 2 by something I will find here. Okay, now it is very difficult to find. Let me check further steps. So 49 plus, if I break it like that, your this 4 this 8 can be set into multiplied it by 2 factors, 4 into 2. So on the top, if I divide it 4 minus 2 by 4 into 2, it will be in the same form. It is not changing its value. So here also it is 4 into 6. Okay, so 4 into 6, if I say, here I can write 6 minus 4. Similarly, plus dot 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 up to end. I am not writing the last term. Now bring it to the top. I am rubbing all other steps, only keeping the last term. So it will give you 49 will be there in the first step, and the second one I can divide into 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 6 and dot dot dot. What would be your last term? How do I find? Because it is starting with the 4, 2. So this is having 49 steps. So if I calculate the what is the tnth term of that, in this case also this is a AP series. So here also difference is 2. 2 plus 49 minus 1 into 2. So that gives, this is how much? 49 minus 1, 48. 48 into 2, 96 and 98. So this way, the last term of that I can write, it is 1 upon 98 minus difference of 2, 1 upon 100. So it is very easier, need not to panic in initial stage, rather I can calculate in the last step also. Now you can cancel out the in between terms. So what will remain? This one. So 49 plus half minus 1 by 100. Okay, so this will give you 100. Here it is 50 minus 1. Okay, so it will end up with 49 plus 0.49. So this will give you 49.49. Now we have to find the greatest integer function. So greatest integer function of this will be rounded off the nearest one, because it is less than 0.5. It is not crossing the 5. So that means the lower limit, that is 49, as the final answer I can say for this sum. So this is the solution of this sum. Kindly go through how I have solved it, so you will definitely understand, and this is a very interesting problem. So be with me